All right, let's go ahead and get this one underway because I am excited about it. All right. Hey, everyone. Spidey Librarian here, and welcome to Film First Friday, the live streaming show where I watch a movie for the first time on my YouTube channel and react to it. And tonight's feature is well, I know at least for CG, this is a long-awaited one. It is for me too. It's Supergirl from the year 1984. Never seen it. Which you would think I would have as a kid. I was really into the Superman movies as a kid. Nope. Nope, never saw this one. I remember seeing like commercials for it, but I never saw the movie itself. So this will be a first time reaction. This is part of my, of course, this is my month. We're in the middle of November, and I've been attempting to educate myself and get more exposure to DC media and content. And so this is the first Film First Friday where we're going to finally be doing that. We've got two more coming up. So there are two more. We'll be doing the last one the day after Thanksgiving. But for tonight, Supergirl. So, now I don't really know what the premise of this movie is. Like, I know that, at least in the comics, at least the story that I read, Kara Zor-El was sent to Earth at about the same time that Kal-El was. And she was originally supposed to, like, protect him. She was supposed to, like, you know, take care of him and, help him grow up on Earth. And her her little her little rocket ship got, delayed for whatever reason. And so she ends up coming to Earth after Kal-El, after Clark. And so and I don't know if she goes through like a time portal or something. It's just that by the time she crash lands on Earth, Clark has grown up and she is still like, you know, effectively a 15, 16-year old, kid. So yeah, that's the story I'm familiar with. I have no idea what I'm in for tonight. So, all right, let's go ahead and just get things underway because again, I kind of want to get to this one quickly. So, let me just get things situated here. Let me mute the desktop audio and I'm going to go ahead and start the feature. We're going to play about 30 seconds of it, which may include commercials from, HBO Max. Nope. We're getting an HBO movie presentation fanfare immediately. Oh, wow. They're just going right into this. Okay, seriously. Are we not getting the John Williams theme here? Like, very clearly, they're like, oh, hey, sparkly credits and, a very high flying and fluttering orchestral. This is not John Williams. All right, I'm stopping on the title. Holy crap. That's a little surprising. That is a little surprising to me. No no John Williams. I mean, this is back in the days when superhero movies were still a very kind of few and far between thing. And so the makers over at DC or Warner Brothers or whatever movie studio was in charge at the time, they were probably not thinking about things like cross pollination. But I would think if you are going if your Superman movies are just making money hand over fist at the box office and he's that popular because Superman was very popular at the time. If you're going to bring in Superman's cousin, like it seems to me the music would be like the least you could do to tie those things together. So, but that's just me. I'm spoiled by all the interconnectivity, but that's a noteworthy moment for me right there. So, It's not a Superman film, so it makes sense to not have the John Williams theme. I disagree completely. I understand why it wouldn't at this point in superhero movie history, but I still think I'm still like, nope, nope. This is immediately something that I'm noticing, and not in a great way. So, okay, all right. So we've got things set up, and we are good to go. Um, so we're gonna get started here in just a second. Wow, really I'm really uh, chugging it along. This movie is 2 hours, 4 minutes, and 35 seconds. So we're going to be going till after 11 tonight. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, before we get started, I need to let you know, if you're new here, if you're watching this on the VOD for the first time, just know that if you're here expecting to hear audio or see video footage from the feature in question, I'm afraid that is not going to happen. What you see here is what you get. Me on camera, watching and reacting. This is basically a watch party, and you will have the opportunity to see the timer and watch it along with me if you... Oh, wrong overlay, sorry. Where is it? There we go. So you will be able to kind of look at the timer, tell where I am, and sync up uh, at whatever point you would like to. So you will get to see my reactions if you wanted to watch it along with me. We're also going to make reaction video content off of this footage at some point in the future. I don't know when, but hopefully it'll happen. In any case, if that's not the kind of content you're here for, if you're not here to watch me on camera, I get it. I understand. Please feel free to click away. I don't want to waste your time, and I certainly don't want the negative engagement that some people will take the time and effort to put up if they, you know, if they seem to think that I'm doing something that is patently offensive. I don't get it, but there are people like that in the world. So, in any case, with all that said, we will be doing, I said before, we will be doing reaction video content off of this footage. So we will have an introduction. We'll do the viewing, then we'll do what I call the post-mortem, where we review and react to what we've just watched. And then I'll do an outro and we'll be done. So that's pretty much that's the itinerary for this show. And yeah, we're gonna get started in just a second here. So, okay. Let me see. I'm just making sure everything is present that needs to be. We've got the timer at 0. We got the Supergirl poster up. We've got the chat going. Okay, so that way I just want to know that all of the parts are in place. Let me go ahead and call up the script for my timer. And I think at this point we should be able to get going. So, okay. So I mentioned that we were going to do an intro before we started the movie, and we are going to do that right now. Hey everyone, spideylibrarian here, and welcome to Film First Friday, the live streaming show where I watch a movie for the very first time and react to it on my YouTube channel. Tonight's feature is the 1984 film Supergirl. And please remember that as Film First Friday is both a reaction and watch party show, this will serve as a watch party and reaction to the 1984 film Supergirl. Yeah, I've never seen this. I loved the Superman films as a kid, but I don't think I have ever seen Supergirl. I don't know if it just wasn't as promoted. I remember seeing like commercials for it when it was on cable, and I remember wanting to see it, but I just never got around to see it. So, we're going to be watching it tonight. I'm not sure what to expect from this movie. The story that I am familiar with when it comes to Supergirl is that Kara Zor-El, Kal-El's cousin, was sent to Earth to watch over Cal and to, kind of be his, I mean, big sister, basically, and, help him grow up on Earth. And apparently her rocket ship got waylaid and sent through a time vortex or whatever, so that by the time she crash lands on Earth, Clark has grown up and is like a full adult, and she comes to Earth as like a 15, 16-year-old teenager effectively. And that's the story I'm familiar with. Like, that is how I know of Supergirl. I can't remember the name of that story, but to me, that's like the Supergirl story. So, I don't know if we're getting that here. I don't know if it's something else entirely. All I know is that this movie is from 1984, so it's 41 years old as of this recording. And like the Superman movies were pretty big at the time. In 1983, Superman 3 had come out. And so, like, in 78 and 80 before it, the first two movies had come out and done remarkably well at the box office. So I can only imagine this was coming in based upon the success of those movies. We're going to see how this ties in, if it ties in to Superman at all. And we're going to do that in just a moment. If you enjoy these reactions, please be sure to thwip the like button. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing as well. Also, consider sharing this out to your friends, your family, your followers, anyone that you think would enjoy my reaction to these media. In this case, fans of the DC Universe. Whether you like or dislike this movie, let me know why in the comments. I would love to have a conversation with you about this film. And finally, you can find the full and unedited live stream of this reaction on my YouTube channel. There is a master playlist of all movies that I have watched and reacted to, and I divide them up into smaller playlists, usually by genre. Excuse me. Supergirl would be considered science fiction, action. Hold on, let me consult my spreadsheet of genre tags that I gave it real quick. Okay, so Supergirl would be considered science fiction, action, adventure, and fantasy. I will also have it in some tag playlists for superhero movies, DC movies, and comic book movies as well. I haven't yet created a tag for Supergirl movies, and I probably will eventually, but not just yet. We're not going to get another Supergirl movie until next year in 2026 at this point. Why not group those two together, right? So, whichever of those playlists you go looking for, be sure to find them on my YouTube channel under the category Watch Party. All right, and I think that's it. I think we are ready to kick back and watch this, so we're going to get ready to do just that. All right, are you guys excited for this? I'm excited for this. I really am. I'm sure I'm going to have some reservations. I know that this has not been a universally loved movie, but we're going to go into it and see for ourselves, right? That's what we do. Okay. Okay. Let me go ahead and just get all my tools out. Okay. And I think we are ready to go. Okay. All right. Now, just so you know, in case you're new here, when I do the here we go and then throw out the thwip, about a second later, I will hit play on the feature. And then about a second after that, I will hit go on the timer. So I'm going to go ahead and put a couple of seconds on the timer. So that way, hopefully by the time I hit everything, it should all line up more or less the way it should. All right. Okay. All right, guys, let's get ready. Okay, everyone. 1984's Supergirl. Here we go. All right. No John Williams theme. I just don't know if I'm going to get over that. Like at the very least, you could do like a small like sampling of it. Like this is very kind of epic and high flying and orchestral, but this is not John Williams. I can already tell. Burton Bachner. Why is that name familiar? Peter Cook. I'm familiar with Faye Dunaway. I don't couldn't place her face though. Same with Mia Farrow. Mark McClure. I think Mia Farrow wasn't she the star in Rosemary's Baby? I think that's what I know her from. Simon Ward. Yeah, a lot of people that like. I mean, I've heard of very few of them. Peter O'Toole as Zoltar. Okay, I've heard of Peter O'Toole, so and I'll probably recognize him once I see him. I'll be like, that's Peter O'Toole. So they're definitely taking like a bold approach with these credits and really kind of going for the visual razzle dazzle here with like these these three-dimensional rotating and then the light play on the shiny letters and everything like they know what they're doing here. They know that they're making like a big epic superhero movie and they're pulling out all the stops and trying to pull people in early. I get it. Okay. And boom, just cut right to where are we? Is this like Kara's own fortress of solitude? Why is it like a tent? Oh, are we on Krypton? Is that what's because I see multiple people milling about in here. Okay. Yes, those establishing shots. I guess this mirrors the Kryptonians from the start of Superman a little bit. Like the primarily white setting and everything. Is that a young Kara right there? Oh, okay, yeah, it is. Oh, nice little effect there. Oh, oh, that's Peter O'Toole. What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What? Okay, so they're not on Krypton because Krypton exploded, right? Where have I seen Peter O'Toole? He looks very familiar. He sounds familiar. Okay, so they're super advanced. Okay, I get it. Kara, not Kara. Kara. Inner space? An omega hedron? Yeah, just like the Doctor borrowed the TARDIS. Yeah. So are they on some kind of like a planetoid city or something? Like these are Kryptonians, right? Allura? Okay. Oh boy. I'm just going to play with a power source that can create matter at will. Why not? Okay. Oh, well, that's pretty cool. This is what the heck? Why is he kicking this over to her? That's the power source that he stole. What is she doing? Oh dear God. I didn't realize how big that thing is. It's kind of terrifying, actually. Okay, it's clearly on a string and going around in circles. Whoa! Why? Why did you do that? Why did you give her that? Is that her dad? What the hell? This is with a game? Really? In the trap? What? Yeah, this is so far very different from any Kara Zor-El story I've experienced. So, are you kidding me? She's getting into a craft and then just what? Is it going to shoot off to Earth? She's going to go get the Omega Hedron, right? Yeah, go get the omegahedron. What? Why did she get into this thing? I don't get it. Is she going after the omegahedron? Is that what's going on? And why do they have this craft just like sitting there for her to get into? And now what? She's journeying from inner space to outer space now? Still not sure what exactly Zaltar meant by that. Oh god. Oh god. Rich people having a picnic on top of a tiger mane or rug. Yeah. Yeah. Listen to Tears for Fears. What, are they mystics? She like a witch or something? Okay, yeah. You guys are talking about black magic and the best you can come up. What? Okay, if that thing fell to Earth from space, it is gonna make more than just a little splash in their tea or soup or whatever the hell that is. Okay, what is going on here? So she just so this power source falls into her soup. She recognizes it, apparently makes herself immortal with it, and is about to drive off. Guessing this is Faye Dunaway. Okay. There's their explanation for why Superman doesn't show up during this adventure. He's on a peacekeeping mission to a galaxy some light years away. What? What? Her pod lands in a lake, and so she puts on the suit and just flies out? How is she not wet? That's not your omegahedron. Oh, this world is so fragile. Oh boy. Okay. Well, people are certainly going to recognize her costume, along with probably her feats of strength. I didn't know heat vision could do that. Yeah, this is probably her first time ever picking a flower. Okay, I'll admit she's very charming in how she's like enthralled with this planet and everything, even if she is very clearly on a string. She looks like she enjoyed doing the wire work here, though. Okay, so she is here to look for the power source, right? But in the meantime, she's like, oh, this place is so pretty. She's like, I've been Kryptonian for several years now. I know what to do. Presumably, she derives her powers from the sun as well, right? And there's the jilted magician guy. Oh, she just runs across some horses in a field. Where is this taking place? Is it in like Wyoming or what? Okay, all right. Now, are we going to get down to business? Try to find the power source? No? Okay. The Chicago area? Guess we're a long way from Metropolis, huh? Wait a minute, wait a minute. She's got like a Joker headquarters? She lives in an abandoned amusement park? Who's this? Oh, all right, witches. Got it. What is that in the coffer of shadow? It's like so casually mentioned. An explanation would be nice here. So does this take place in Chicago? Okay. I can get behind that. Used to live in Chicago. Great town. Yeah. They really are enjoying like doing all of the flying effects, which at this point in time they had just mastered them maybe 5 or 6 years ago. So of course they're going to want to continue showing the heroes flying as much as possible. Okay, we're gonna have an encounter with some people, right? Is that what's gonna happen? What's going on with our little wristwatch there? People today might think it was a Fitbit. I mean, to be fair, she is standing in the middle of the road, so. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh god. Oh boy. Dude, don't touch, jerk. Is that? I want to hear the trucker in the jean jacket speak a little bit more. Is that Peter Frewer behind her right there? What did I see him in recently? Oh, oh my God. It's just the way we are? You sure you want to do this? Look, dude, did you not see her blow him away with her breath? Like, okay, yeah, sure. Billy here is thick, like in the head. Did she just kick him in the balls? Uh huh. Okay, all right. Are they having a party in their abandoned theme park? I feel like Catherine O'Hara's character from Beetlejuice would go to this party. Oh, all right. Oh, God. Yeah, but I bet you can't do it, Nigel. What the hell? Oh, okay. Looks like he got her. She sounds weirdly familiar too. What the hell? She is picking on you, dude. I'm surprised she let him in the first place. Selena. I don't know. Is that an established DC Comics villain? Because I've never heard of her. Oh, great. We've got the Snow White Cinderella effect going on here. She attracts tiny woodland creatures and baseballs, apparently. Is she near a baseball diamond? Yay! Well, softball, I think. All right. And she's into it. Okay, wait a minute. So she's looking at their clothes, thinking this is how she'll blend in. Why does she want to do that? Oh, okay. I didn't know she could do that. Man, she even changed her hair color. Good on her. Yeah, when you're the new kid. Okay, that was funny. She went out and came back in. That was great. On Earth, I'm Lee. What? Oh, Nigel's here. Hmm. I will say this for Helen Slater. Um, she pretty successfully pulls off a brunette as well as she does blonde. I don't know what her natural hair color is, but she looks good either way, you know. Cute. Cute little tie in there. Okay. How does she know all about Clark Kent at this point? She just randomly ends up at the school where an associate of her soon to be nemesis is. He just walks through like no problem. Like, why does she want to be here? I don't get it. There's so many unanswered questions I have. Lane, is she related to Lois? Oh god, the alliteration. Oh no. Okay. So the hero ends up getting helped by a Lane. Okay, got it. She looks. Oh god. Okay. Nobody sleeps. We're all having too much fun. Dementals. Since arriving here, what is she distracted by? Oh, okay. All right. Cute. Cute little link. Weeks? Has he got a stutter? Okay. Is that a computer science class? Doesn't he do magic? Yeah. Meatloaf wrote a song about it. Oh, maybe I'll use my imagination to imagine you drowning endlessly. Uh-oh. Oh God. Okay, so it's like linked to her somehow? Oh, you're supposed to be the all-powerful one. You tell us. What? Okay. I need to use the bathroom, Teach. Oh my God, what an a-hole. That was the right answer, wasn't it? Look at the look on his face. Okay. Don't stand out with your smarts. People will hate you. Oh, wow. Jerk. Okay, all right. Not a good use of that word. What is up with these people? Why are you being such a-holes? Oh, damn. That would have caused some major injury. Oh God. Maybe he was Superman in disguise. Oh God. Are these just like regular school bullies? You could you turn up the heat of the water like that, like yeah, you could really injure some people that way. So heat vision that travels through walls, like can phase through walls. I can see why some people had issues with this movie. I really can. Because some of it I'm just like, really? Oh, Linda's not from around here, apparently. What is she doing? Trying on a bra like outside of her? I was going to say, is it Jimmy Olsen? What are you? All right. Okay. Yeah. A lot of the kind of, social links to the Superman movies, like, they're near misses, but it's also like, it feels a bit contrived, like, oh, hey, she just happens to end up where Lois Lane's sister is, and her sister hangs out with Jimmy Olsen on the weekend. I don't know. It's like, where's the thing? Where's the thing that made my Fitbit glow? Is that Wrigley Field? Drive-in theaters? Okay. So she's. Oh. Wow. Well, that's very casually terrible. Oh, God. Okay. So she can only do petty magic while she saves the power source. Gotcha. Okay, why is he here? Oh, yeah, Lurch. Yeah, I did ring. Okay. And exactly what kind of work do you do? So she's just trying to seduce this guy? Like, what's the point? It's like only one person. Yep. Okay. Mm-hmm. That was a lot of words to say that you're single, man. Uh-oh. Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay. Did she do the spell wrong or what? So that's how it works? Oh, dude, you shouldn't be here. Oh, is Potion Boy waking up now? What is he gonna what is about to happen here? What is he gonna see? Who or what is he gonna fall in love with? That's what I Is this a haunted attraction? This is the weirdest villain headquarters that doesn't belong to the Joker. Oh. Oh. I don't know what happened there, but okay. This is so weird. Oh, he's wandering around outside. Is he going to see Nigel? That would be great. This is a villain that is very hard to take seriously. And there he is. Dude's doing his impression of a zombie shamble. Oh, he's going to see Supergirl and fall in love with her. Oh. Well, he's going to see Linda Lee and fall in love with her. Oh my god. That's Jimmy Olsen. Right? That was Jimmy Olsen. Excuse me. The guy with the tattoo. Don't don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. Go get him, you lazy cow. What the hell? Are you kidding me? She takes control of a random construction vehicle without being there. Okay. Uh huh. Oh, God. Oh, well, someone's going to be pissed about their car. So hokey. Oh, my God. Oh, well, that's not good. Panic in the streets. Construction crane gone rogue. We were just trying to have a Coke in here, that's all. Okay, time for Supergirl, right? Uh, Lucy, you may not want to get involved. If you have your sister's proclivity for trouble, you don't want this. Okay, never mind. Okay, now where's the break on this thing? This is so nutty. Oh my god, Jimmy, are you serious? And Lucy just knocked herself out. Oh no. Okay, that's a potential problem. Rogue gasoline, not a good thing. Super speed, and now changing into Supergirl. Yeah, see, that's bad. You don't want those two things to combine. You maybe better freeze that. Oh, God. A water tower? Just use your, like, cold breath to blow it out. Oh, okay, all right. Well, Jimmy, I hope you got a picture of her. Hey, we've still got the rogue construction vehicle. Yeah, okay. It's like, we're going to get this off the ground so that it really can't move. Oh, okay. You left Lucy in there. And she going to open it up and he's going to see. Oh, but she turns into, okay. That's got to be a hell of a thing to hear right after you. This is what you get for practicing magics you have no control over. Oh, dear goodness. Lucy's like, oh, whoa, whoa, Linda, what? I like the soft edges whenever he's in frame. I mean, I guess she saw the uniform. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh my god. This Omega Hedron like is responding to her too. She's using magic. Isn't it an object of science or is it mystical? I don't know. Is it some invisible creature? Okay. She's like, ooh, I just got kissed by a hot guy. Did she, so she summoned a storm? Or what? Signing herself in. And now she gonna go sneak out the window. Wherever she are. Shi'ar. The Shi'ar Empire. She's puckering up. That's funny. Yeah, whatever it is, it's like invisible or something. The thunder rolls and the lightning strikes. Okay, she's got to fight an invisible creature. I'll admit, at least in concept, that sounds cool. Okay, what about rain? Rain might help. What is she doing? Okay, lightning strikes that thing. That's not what happens. That's closer to what happens. Oh. So, what happened? She charged up the light pole, which I'm pretty sure shouldn't have worked that way, and then she electrocuted it. And I guess that banished it. What? She's definitely not someone who wants anyone's opinion. Oh, great. Great way to keep friends. Seems like the power source wanted out of its container pretty badly. Well, then contain it. You maybe better go flying after it. Oh, yeah, of course you're an angel. A hell's angel, but you're an angel. Oh, good. She found the Joker's headquarters. Oh, is that Loverboy? I bet that's Loverboy. Yep. Oh, look at him. He got flowers, he got candy. Oh, God. Now, she's probably never had chocolate before. That could be the start of an addiction. Oh, God. Oh, hello, Ethan. I was gonna say she should be able to tell his heartbeat that he's faking. This, wow. That love potion is some powerful stuff. Oh, God. Yeah, he's crazy for you. Touch him once and you'll know it's true. Oh, well, that's. Oh, God. That's way too fast. Bianca's like, oh, I'm not so sure about this. They're gone. Oh, okay. Okay, well, he didn't go anywhere. I'm sorry, Endor? You're from the Star Wars universe? That explains a lot. Well, that's a nice little parlor trick. Seriously? Bumper cars? Oh, yeah, by this point, she'll be running the whole amusement park. They'll be able to open it again. Okay, so this is where Loki got it from. I was gonna say, just get onto the one of the bumper cars and just, jump from one to the other. Whoa. What is she doing? Okay, so she encircled her in a spear cage, basically. He makes a decent Damien in distress. Okay. All right, Freya. Okay, chill, Kara. You just met him. All right. You're just gonna put him on some random beach? There you go, Ethan. You're safe. What? What'd she do? Chuck a coconut at him? Oh, God. She is obsessing over one dude. Yeah, nobody likes you, Selena. Okay, so far, I think I like Bianca more than I like Selena. Like as a character, she is like that little bit of flattery. That was good. That was good. I'm sorry, he should be dead from that damn coconut. Okay. This is ridiculous. Why? Why? Uh, and the spell is broken. He doesn't remember anything. Do you? He's like, I'm nailing this down. He's like fanboying out. He took a second from being love struck to just fanboy out. Like, oh my god, you're related to Superman? You could do everything he does? I don't know. I like that. I thought that was funny. Seriously? Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, you guys' mouths are awfully close. Oh, you finally figured it out, huh? She's got the same face, for God's sake. Oh, well, dang. That's that's certain people's dream right there. Yeah, you better head on back to the Joker's headquarters. Bianca's like, "Oh, well then can I have him?" It's probably what she's thinking. Okay, so he looked like he's in rags and tatters. Now what? Whoa. Matter and energy displacement. So so now she's going back looking for her kind of sort of boyfriend here. And she's like, "Yep, that doesn't belong here. I'm checking this out." Oh, you shouldn't have called out. What do we got? Ooh, patch of blackness. Love. Oh, God. She summons him chained to the bed. She's got him chained to like a wall now. There's some serious kinkery going on here. Seriously. Come on, clearly he's under a spell. Like you should know that. Okay, and so now she's this is the same kind of like Kryptonian prison that Zod and his lieutenants were in. How did she get one of those? Where is she sending her? Oh, well, that's that's fortunate. That broke very quickly. All right, Kara, where are you at? Just head on back to Earth, you know? This is all a temporary thing. I'm sure you can, reverse it, right? Oh, okay, maybe not. Did she take away your powers? Interesting. I mean, yeah, where the hell is she? I mean, I guess if she's using magic, Superman's vulnerable to magic, so I guess Kara would be too, but took away her abilities just like that? Imprisoned her in the same way that Zod and his people were? I feel like they were trying to speed run through all of the things that they did in Superman with her, you know? Whoa. Slime. Slimy goodness. Excuse me. What the hell? Oh. Oh, look, it's female Donald Trump and her ice people. The wimp. It's like, Lucy, you should have kept your mouth shut. Yep. And now you're about to get an exclusive story, Jimmy. Let me guess. Saltar, right? Oh man, poor Kara. You've looked better. You've seen better days. Knew it. Have some. No, that's a Guardians thing. Oh. Well, that's annoying. Yes, and you got one of your students next to you as well, too. You know, in case she comes back. I don't know, man. When you can still make a difference and you choose not to, that kind of makes you an asshole. No, it's not a horse. It is a plastic replica of a horse. He was messing with her. That was pretty funny. Stop asking about squirts. And if you do, it's not like you're going to have long to regret it. So this Phantom Zone is like an actual thing? Uh-oh. The Omega Hedron wants out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He's mad about something. You, madam, are no Spock. Shut up. Uh-huh. So, what do we do? Do we jump into it? What's the deal here? Come on, Kara. How does she even know? Never mind. Never mind. Just call them fireballs. There we go. Not now. That's funny. What do we find? Come on. Keep moving. And like, as a Kryptonian, when he had gotten to Earth, he would have been able to do a lot of the same things she could. Is that the power of Earth's sun? Oh, you know that cage you put me in? Yeah, I can crash through other glass. Really? All right. Give it to me. She gonna give it all to you. This is pretty lousy parlor tricks, lady. Okay, seriously, just fly. Just go up into the air and this is not an issue. Like a foot, not even. Oh, come on. That thing would disintegrate against her. Would you just attack her, Supergirl? Like, I wouldn't give her the chance to do this stuff. Well, she can't serve you if you destroy her. Okay, that's pretty bad effects right there. The supreme act of will. What is she doing? Oh, well, here comes your patron. Your patron wants payment. I kind of feel bad for Bianca. I don't feel bad for Selena at all. Okay, so then now they're gonna go hang out in the Phantom Zone? I guess? I don't know. I don't understand what Supergirl did at the end there. Whoa, what? Okay, Lucy and Jimmy? Really? I'll be honest, I didn't see that one coming. And Nigel here is just like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'm gonna go back to teaching. Oh, yeah, Supergirl's got to get that thing back to back to town, back to their space town. You know. Oh, okay. Wait, what? Okay, wait, you're telling me that Argo City has been on Earth this entire time? It's just like microscopic or nanoscopic or whatever. Are you freaking kidding me? So, so Zaltar came to Earth, created a microscopic settlement under Earth's water, oceans, whatever, and has a colony of Kryptonians there? Have I got that right? That's insane. That is insane. Wow. I mean, what is she really going away for then? She could come right back. I'm okay. I can see why this one is so controversial among uh Superman movie fans. I really can. Because there's just a lot that I'm sitting here going, what about this? What about this? What the hell? Yeah, no. All right. We got about 4.5 minutes of credits left. Because of the lack of Christopher Reeve, you feel like you can't give the film a 10 out of 10. You'd give it an 8 or a 9. Cool. Yeah, I don't know, man. This one's got some issues. I've got some big issues with this one. This one I'm afraid it's not going to get anywhere near that from me. I still need to think on it, but I don't know. It's got some fun moments, but there's just way too much going on here that it really asks you to take on good faith that it hasn't earned. And then a lot of the payoffs are just like trite or contrived or they don't really matter. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I kind of like these end credits. Selena was Faye Dunaway. Okay, that's what I thought. Allura was Mia Farrow. Okay. Matt Frewer. Matt Frewer, was that the same guy? Oh God, what did we see him in? Um, was he in Watchmen? Was he Moloch? New song by Howard Jones. Okay, yes, yes, yes. This was all fictitious. Yeah, no real people were meant to be identified here. We get it. Uh, Based on the character Supergirl, appearing in comics and magazines published by DC Comics Inc. Well, yeah, we can tell that much. Aerial camera sequences, X mount system, like like first generation drones maybe? Or do you think they got like into an airplane or a helicopter to film some of that aerial footage? Everything is gradually fading to black. Bum 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 bum. Okay. It is really holding on until the end there. All right, stopping the timer. I'm not going to watch Superman the movie next, HBO Max, but I appreciate the offer. But I'll do you one better. I'll be watching Superman 2 on Sunday. Haven't seen that in a very, very long time. So, okay. All right. Um, God. Oh man, have I got some things to say about this movie? All right. Okay. Let me go ahead and just reset the timer here. And oh my God, let's talk about this movie. Okay, so that was 1984's Supergirl, and I can understand why this movie is probably considered controversial and and divisive among superhero movie fans, Superman fans, DC movie fans. I could totally see why. Um, the villain and the script are not very strong. I'm just gonna say that from the get go. They have made a cartoonishly simple and evil and kind of dumb villain, and basically like they do a bunch of things that really ask you like for a lot of your faith and goodwill kind of narratively, and then it really doesn't pay it off. um I will say a couple of positive things about this movie. Okay, first of all, Helen Slater, she is a very charming Supergirl. Like no problem with her whatsoever. I really wish they had given her character a little bit more to do. They had made her a little bit, uh, how to put this? I wish they had made her a little smarter in the script because honestly, like I don't know what else I don't think I've seen Helen Slater in anything else. Maybe I have and I just don't remember. But she's got kind of like a very charming kind of earnestness about her that really kind of works for someone like I would imagine Supergirl to be. If you're talking Superman's cousin, Christopher Reeve's character's cousin, there's going to be that kind of aura of wholesomeness and everything. And Helen Slater has got that. She has got that, and she does a really good job of portraying this character, especially as a character who is new to Earth. She may have that may have been the first time she has ever sniffed a flower, first time she has ever kissed a boy. Like you can see almost a kind of like Wonder Woman like wonder at the world with her. Um, and I mentioned Wonder Woman because like Diana in a comic that I read, I think it was the New 52 DC continuity. She shows up and she like some girl gives her uh like she gives her her ice cream cone and she tries it and she gives the cone back. She's like, "This ice cream is a wonderful thing. You should be very proud of your people." It's it's a great moment, and it's a good moment that sells Wonder Woman's awe with the world of man. And you feel a lot of that coming off of Helen Slater's Supergirl, Kara Zor-El. Um, but I mean, really, aside from that, there is so much about this movie that is asking you to take so much on faith. They clearly had built up a lot of goodwill because of the Superman movies. And they do take a couple of, I think, rather cheeky opportunities to like be like, "Yep, Superman exists in this world. Isn't that cool?" You know, like you see that Lucy has a poster of him, and you know that Lucy is Lois Lane's sister, which how how unbelievably lucky is it that Kara happens to end up at a school where she's, you know, she's like, I'm a lay low here while I try to find this thing, and just happens to be roommates with Lois Lane's sister. Like, and I'm not saying that that couldn't have happened and worked out. It could have. But like, you know, then Lucy's got to bring Jimmy Olsen in for the weekend, and they're hanging out, you know. I mean, I liked the actor who plays Jimmy Olsen in the movies. Like, okay, fine, you know, cool little cameo right there. And then she kisses him at the end, and I'm just like, really? We're going there. Okay, all right, whatever, you know. Um I understand why you would make Supergirl's arch nemesis in this movie like a mystic. I get it. But if you're gonna use magic and witchcraft and everything, you need to sculpt a character who actually seems like they at least have somewhat of an idea of what they're doing. All right. Selena here is so cartoonishly one dimensionally evil and dumb and believes that everyone exists to serve her. I'm sorry, I try not to get political here, but like that she struck me as a female Donald Trump, okay? And I was just like especially like with when we saw the police force that she had just like t- taking people off the street, I was like, okay, all right. Wow, that's hitting home, you know. Um but like I don't know. She summoned a what what is the Phantom Zone? Like is that an actual thing first of all? And is that what the Kryptonians use to imprison Zod and his lieutenants? Like like is that where they were sent to? And if so, if that is like a result of Kryptonian technology that they can access this place. Like, how does Selena suddenly know about it? And how does she conjure the exact kind of prison to send her? I don't know. Like, again, and then what was her obsession with Ethan? And again, like, I have so many questions. And Argo City, it's on Earth? What? I just I just have so many issues just narratively speaking with all of this, you know. I wish if you're going to put like Faye Dunaway and Mia Farrow into this movie, first of all, Faye Dunaway, she got did dirty, okay? Because Selena, not a very good villain. I'm just going to say it. I didn't like Selena. She did not entertain me in any really kind of noteworthy way. There were one or two good moments in the movie, but I'm just having a hard time recalling them because there are so many other things that are just making me go, what the hell in this movie? Um, what else? Oh my God. I think I liked Bianca more as a villain than I liked Selena. Like she at least occasionally seemed to use her brain, you know? And I was just like, "Oh my God." Like it should have been reversed, you know? I don't know. I don't know. There is just a lot of this movie clearly built up a lot of good faith with the Superman, the three Superman movies that had preceded it. And I feel like it cashed it all in here and then just like ran away with the money where they could. That's what this movie feels like to me. And I don't know, like I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad I've watched it, but I'm glad I've watched it in the way that it's like I'm glad I finally got to the end of story mode in Injustice Gods Among Us. I'm probably never gonna play that game again. I'm sure as hell not gonna try to platinum it. Um, like if I were to watch this movie again, I would only be watching it for Helen Slater. I would be watching for like some of the humor, like occasionally those jokes landed. And yeah, no, I just I don't know. I I'm having a hard time recalling what else. And what was his name? Zoltar Peter O'Toole. What was the point of him? Yeah, I know he established Argo City, but Argo City is on Earth, right? Are there Kryptonians on Earth? Like, did I am I just crazy, or is that how that worked? She dove into what, a lake or an ocean? Maybe, I don't know. She dove into a body of water, and then I'm assuming shrunk herself down to like microscopic and then like quantum nanoscopic size, and that's where she's going to find Argo City. That's the inner space he was talking about. I, my head hurts. My head hurts, okay? She's been on Earth this whole time with her cousin, as have a few, as has an entire colony of Kryptonians. This movie, I've got to laugh. I've got to laugh, I'm just gonna devolve into angry Spidey librarian here. Um, I don't know. It was, it. I'm glad that I watched it to know what I'm missing. As a piece of escapist kind of narrative, it's like if it asks you to really, in my opinion, it asks you to really kind of leave your brain at the door. And there's nothing wrong with a movie doing that as long as it's upfront about it. And I really feel like this movie wanted to take itself seriously, and I just don't think it deserves it. Oh, and CG, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm probably breaking your heart with a lot of the stuff that I'm saying here, and I know you probably love this movie, and I understand, and that's fine. I'm just not there on this one. So like I think we're just gonna have to disagree here. Letterboxd rating. Oh. This gets a 2. On a 10-point scale, that would be a 4. Okay. It's got it's got a charismatic and I feel very likable lead hero. And and it squanders both her and a lot of the goodwill built up from the superhero movies, in my opinion. Um, but with that said, you have a likable hero. You've got at least the bare bones of your good versus evil superhero tale. And I can vibe with that on a basic level, okay? But there are so many flaws in the narrative that I was just catching left and right. They took me out of the story. And so I can't give it a 3. I can't even give it a 2.5. To me, giving something a 2.5 is this has noticeable flaws, but I still really enjoyed it, even in spite of those fairly big flaws. No, this had so many flaws that even though I enjoyed parts of it, a lot of it just kind of left me pulling my hair out. Figuratively speaking, believe me, I don't need to be doing that these days. But but yeah, I'm afraid that's where it lands. It lands at a 2.0 on Letterboxd for me. So, um, there I did read online some people saying don't waste your time with this movie. Um, and then I've also read that this is a very divisive movie. And then I've read, and I've got some of my viewers like CG telling me, no, this is a great movie. And I just I'm glad I watched it, and I wouldn't say I would never watch it again, but I don't have a lot of reasons to watch it again. I will say that Helen Slater, big reason to watch it again, because she was very charming, and she was carrying this movie. She was doing a lot of the heavy lifting. You know, and I will say this for Faye Dunaway. All right. I will say this for her. Like, one, I do think they did her dirty. I will say that she was pretty good at chewing the scenery. And I'm pretty sure that's what she realized when she got to the set. She's like, "Okay, this is not a very good villain, so I'ma just have fun chewing on this scenery." And so she does that. And I will give her props for that, okay? Um Peter O'Toole, I liked him at least at first, but his character, I had a hard time, like, especially at the end there. I was just like, what were you doing and why? So, anyways, um, again, I don't regret having seen this movie. In fact, again, there were parts of it that I did like. Um, but there's my rating, and and I saw this movie, and hopefully you did as well. Thank you for watching this reaction. If you enjoyed it, please go ahead and thwip the like button, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing as well. Also, consider sharing this out with your friends, your family, your followers, anyone that you think would enjoy my reaction to these movies. In this case, fans of the DC Universe. What'd you think of this movie? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Let me know why in the comments. I would love to have a conversation with you about this film. You can find the full and unedited live stream of this reaction on my YouTube channel. There is a master playlist of all movies that I've watched and reacted to, and I'm dividing them up into shorter playlists, usually by genre. Supergirl will be in the action, adventure, science fiction, and fantasy playlists. And for the tagged playlists, it'll be in superhero movies, DC movies, and comic book movies. Whichever of those lists you go looking for, be sure to look for them on my YouTube channel under the category Watch Party. And finally, channel memberships are now... Sorry. And finally, channel memberships are now live on the Spidey Librarian YouTube channel. Check out the membership tiers and see which benefits you'd like access to. Perks include shoutouts, members-only videos, members-only live streams, and early access to selected uploaded content, as well as a few other benefits. And that's not even mentioning my custom emotes and badges, which I think look pretty good. Check out the membership tiers today and see which perks you'd like access to. And I think that's everything. So thanks again for watching. This is Spidey Librarian. And until my next stream or upload, I'll be wishing you a good day. All right. CG, I imagine you and I have got some things to say about this movie to one another. Okay. The reason why Hart Bachner should sound familiar is because He voiced Arthur Reeves from Mask of the Phantasm. Ah, okay, okay. That's yes. Okay, now that you mention it, yes, I definitely agree. Okay. Helen Slater, who played Supergirl, later went on to have other DC roles. She voiced Talia al Ghul from Batman the Animated Series. Really? Oh, that's cool. And played Supergirl's adopted mom in the Supergirl show. Oh, like the one for the CW? Good casting choice. Good casting choice. No, like again, I'm not crazy about Supergirl. I kind of love Helen Slater though. So any opportunity for her to do like DC stuff, especially Superman or Supergirl related stuff, in my opinion, that's a slam dunk. That's a win. So that's really cool to she voiced Talia in the anime. Oh god, that is really cool. I like that. Okay, there were plans to have Christopher Reeve play Superman in the film, but he ended up not being in it. Why? Like, I mean, the tie-in definitely would have helped this movie. But I'm I'm assuming there was probably like, scheduling conflicts or something. So, Kara and her family live in Argo City. Okay. CG really likes Helen Slater as Supergirl. He thinks that she was a really good choice for the role. Um, she definitely exudes that kind of like earnest, kind of wholesome charm that I think makes her perfect for a role like Supergirl. So I definitely agree with you on that point. Supergirl came out the year after Superman 3, that's right. So it would have been funny if the explanation for Superman's absence was that he was busy being in a buddy comedy with Richard Pryor. I won't lie, that would be pretty funny. All right. Selena is a really entertaining villain. CG misses the days when villains in the superhero films were delightfully over the top. I mean, like, I get that, and I understand how that can appeal to you. It's just that, like, and I don't have a problem with that necessarily, but you have to have a dollop of verisimilitude that goes with it that I just don't think is present in the script for Selena. And again, I'm not trying to diss Faye Dunaway. Like, that is a woman who knows her craft. She knows how to do her thing. I think she did what she could with what little she had, but that's just my opinion. All right. Supergirl as a film is entertaining in general. CG has a fondness for the generation before his own, when superhero films were fun and easy to follow rather than the overly complicated modern stuff. Now, while I don't disagree with you that they are a little more complex these days, and some of them do go a little overboard with all of the details, I'm looking at you, the Batman 2022. But with that said, like, I don't know, like, again, I like there to be at least a shell of logic and believability here, and I don't know, it just I just again I feel like I got taken out of the story so much that it's hard not to comment on it. All right. Instead of Supergirl getting her own film, there were plans to have Supergirl be in Superman 3 in a story that would have had Brainiac. What? Why didn't they do that? However, they ended up doing the Richard Pryor stuff instead. Are you freaking kidding me? Why? Why? Oh, man. Okay, Matt Frewer, who played the trucker guy in Supergirl, played Moloch in Watchmen. Okay, you managed to get both of the Hart Bachner DC films and both of the Matt Frewer DC films in the same month. Yes, that's got to be an achievement, right? Right? That's funny. Hey, Retire Inspired was here. Hey, man. Thank you for dropping by. I appreciate it. I'm sorry I didn't get to respond to anything you said, but I was watching the movie, so. Okay, if CG is remembering correctly, Selena was created for the film. Okay, she kind of feels like she was. However, she later went on to appear in the Supergirl show. Okay, all right. Um, I would be interested to know how she was portrayed in the Supergirl show then. Like, was she done well? Did Faye Dunaway come back? Because, not gonna lie, I would tune in to watch those episodes just for that, you know? Okay, let's see. Janat Schwark, who directed the film, later went on to direct episodes of Smallville. Huh. Okay. All right. I like that kind of cross pollination, you know. Lucy Lane is Lois's younger sister. She's a character from the comics. Okay. All right. Okay, that's easy to believe actually. CG tends not to mind contrived stuff in films. I don't mind stuff that is statistically highly very unlikely. I just like I need a pretty strong dollop of verisimilitude to balance it out, and there's just so much going on there in terms of the contrivances, you know. The only contrived aspect of the film that CG minds is Superman being written out, and that's just because he wishes that Christopher Reeve was in the film. I can't blame you for that. I really can't. Ethan is the pretty typical type of love interest that doesn't need to be in the film. However, CG likes his inclusion because Selena's superficial obsession with him leads to a lot of fun antics. Fun antics. That's certainly one way to put it. Yeah, yeah. I can follow the logic there at least. Also, he loves that the love interest of the film is a random guy that Selena likes just because he's handsome. And really, she kind of ended up liking him because Bianca went to such lengths to point him out, and she's like, "Oh, okay." Because I think the first time she looked at him, she just kind of like glossed him over and didn't care. So, let's see. Mark McClure is the only actor from the Superman films to reprise his role in Supergirl. It's cool to see him play Jimmy Olsen in the film. Yeah, I'll be honest. That was a pleasant surprise. That was one of those things that I was like, oh yeah. I was not expecting them. Like I was expecting like a Lucy Lane type of thing. Um, like I like that they got the actor to come in, and it clearly establishes that this is in the same universe as the Superman movies. You know, it's just the device that it relies on for him to appear is that's what I have the issues with. So, let's see. CG feels that Selena has about as much screen time as Supergirl does, and she's so entertaining that he doesn't mind. That's fair. It's unlikely to happen, but if Selena was the villain of another Supergirl film, he would feel so excited. Well, I mean, you never know. Um, I mean, my understanding is that this Supergirl is going to be pretty damn different from Helen Slater's Supergirl, but you never know. Selena might show up for this one. It's going to all depend on what James Gunn wants to do, you know. And we all know that James Gunn has a thing for the old classics. So, all right. CG knows that Bianca's actress, Brenda Vaccaro, knows her from Johnny Bravo. Johnny Bravo was I know who Johnny Bravo is. Brenda Vaccaro played Johnny Bravo's mom. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Let's see. CG doesn't know much about Faye Dunaway, but he loves her as Selena in Supergirl. He wishes that Supergirl had gotten sequels where Selena kept coming back and did more petty stuff. I mean, if you're gonna make a joke out of her, you may as well run with the joke, right? You know? I not gonna lie, like I could see it eventually coming around to work, you know? Okay, so far, Helen Slater is CG's favorite live action Supergirl actress. He won't know until next year if the new actress can top her or not. Yeah, she only got a brief cameo in Superman, so I mean, it was a delightful little cameo, but yeah, it's not much to go on. So, CG's looking forward to the upcoming Supergirl film, but doubts that he'll like it as much as the 1984 film because of what a delightfully campy ride it is. And again, I'm you know, I'm not a hater of camp. Uh, I mean, I frickin' like the Cobra Kai movie or the Cobra Kai series. And that can definitely be campy or at least cheesy at points, you know. Um I just like camp just for the sake of camp is really what bothers me. And sometimes I felt like that's what this movie veered into. So, because of the lack of Christopher Reeve, oh, I think I read this one before. CG feels like he can't give the film a 10 out of 10. He'd have to give the film an 8 or a 9. Yeah, on a 10 scale, mine's a 4. Let's see. Daniel's Hot Topics. Welcome. Supergirl 84 is an interesting movie to say the least. Yes. Yes, I agree. Since CG is torn between an 8 or a 9, his rating is an 8.5 out of 10. Okay, that's fair. That's completely fair. Superman's absence is the only element of the film that he feels bothered by. The rest of the film works for him. Well, I'm glad it works for you. I seriously am. It just does not work for me. Okay, Helen Slater was in the 2025 Supergirl TV series. Wait, there's a 2025 Supergirl TV series? Really? Okay. Oh, okay. CG says, I think that you mean the 2015 Supergirl show. Okay, okay, yes. All right. You're talking about the CW show, right? Yeah, with Melissa Benoist, and Daniel's Hot Topics thinks that she's the best Supergirl. I've only seen like the first episode and then occasional clips from that Supergirl, and like I think Melissa Benoist has the advantage of being in a show as opposed to a movie, and she's got more time to establish the character. I like her as Supergirl. I think that minute for minute, and in terms of just pure charm, I kind of like Helen Slater a little bit better for the role. But I will say, Melissa Benoist, I don't have any issue with her being the definitive version of Supergirl because what I've seen of her so far, I also like. You know, maybe not quite as much as Helen Slater, but she's got more material for me to look through at some point. So, but in the Flash 2023, hold on, movie, we find out that Helen Slater Supergirl finally found Christopher Reeve's Superman. Really? Were they shown together at some point? I know there was that big, multiverse, like them showing Nicolas Cage Superman and all these other realities, like, and I'm not gonna lie, that was a cool moment, but I don't remember a lot of the fine details of it. So, CG prefers Helen Slater as Supergirl, but Melissa Benoist is a contender for best live action Supergirl in his opinion, and that's fair. He likes the Supergirl in the Flash. She just didn't get enough to do. and I wouldn't know, but maybe someday I will. So, let's see. Daniel's Hot Topics thinks that he remembers. Did they send the witch to the Phantom Zone? He thinks they did. Maybe she met Zod. Yeah, I have no clue, none whatsoever. Um, I don't know. So that's where Zod and his lieutenants were when they imprisoned them. They were in the Phantom Zone. Like, if that's true, then I'm just learning that today. So, let's see. CG loves Selena, so he and I will have to respectfully disagree about her, and that's fair. That's fair. Um, yeah, I can't say much more than that. So, Supergirl is likely CG's favorite female superhero film. Catwoman is a contender, but he thinks that the villain stuff in Supergirl puts it above Catwoman. Okay. Also fair. I don't think I've ever seen the cat. That's the Holly Berry one, right? I don't think I've ever seen that. And I'm not going to lie, you're probably going to have to work to get me to watch that one. So, I'm not breaking CG's heart. He loves the film for how delightfully campy it is, but it's not like he thinks that it's a perfect masterpiece or anything. Also fair. Also, even when you don't really like a film that, or even when I don't like a film that CG likes, I'm pretty nice and fair about it in his opinion. I mean, I try to be. If I'm going to dislike something, I'm going to try to give I'm going to try to give as many good reasons for why I may not rock with it in the same way that other people will. I feel like that's the respectful thing to do. Um, but yeah, I try to do that, and I appreciate you noticing that. Like seriously, I feel seen, and I appreciate that. So, let's see. Selena was more serious in the show than in the film, and CG doesn't think that it was Faye Dunaway in the show. I mean, I get that, and I understand why they wouldn't do that, but would have been cool though. I will admit, like I would have been interested to see that if they had done it. Okay, CG thinks that the reasons why Superman 3 ended up not having Supergirl or Brainiac was to make a more family friendly film and to make money from Richard Pryor's star power. Yeah, I get that feeling about Superman 3. I know I've seen it, but that's another one I haven't seen in at least 3 decades. And I know that Richard Pryor was big in the early 80s. Um, like really big, huge. And so yeah, it makes a certain amount of sense that they would try to, you know, cash in on his rising star at the time. So yeah, I get it. Okay, CG was referring to the Flash film. Supergirl is in it and was played. Oh, that's Supergirl. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I rather liked her actually in that one. I actually rather liked her. Okay, Daniel's Hot Topic says that the city of Kandor landed in that lake, but it was shrunk down, and someday, according to the comics, the Legion of Superheroes restores it and it stays on Earth. Really? Okay. That's interesting. Is the city of Kandor is that supposed to be Argo City? Because in the movie they call it Argo City. But in the present, the city of Kandor lies in the Fortress of Solitude. Oh, really? Why? The next Superman movie in the James Gunn universe will have Brainiac. Okay, I'm only going to say this once, and I'm going to say it very loud. Frickin' finally! I don't even know that much about Brainiac. And I marvel at the fact that they made 4 Superman movies and did not put him in any of them. I know enough about Brainiac to be like, why would you not use this villain? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's see. Lex and Superman will fight Brainiac. Yeah, yeah. And I gotta say, because when they put out that drawing where James Gunn basically announced when he announced the sequel, like I think he called it Man of Tomorrow, and it's Superman and Lex Luthor next to each other, and Luthor is wearing that power armor, that beautiful like green and purple power armor. I'm pretty sure I had that action figure as a kid. I was like, "Oh my god, yes. Yes, give us Luthor in the power armor. I want it. I want it so bad." So, yes, absolutely. All right, yes, it's Argo City in Kandor. Okay, so at present, Superman is keeping Kandor in the fortress for safekeeping. Really? Huh. I'm not gonna lie, that's fascinating. That is absolutely fascinating. Is this all the lore according to the comics? Because yeah, I may have to look that up. That's really interesting. And is Argo City, is that a Kryptonian settlement then? Like those are Kryptonians in Argo City, right? I mean, if if Kara is Kryptonian and she's Superman's cousin, those are Kryptonians, right? I don't know. Uh, I gotta say, the Earth must be well protected in the 30th century if they have Argo City on Earth. It's a city full of supermen and super. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm like, there are Kryptonians on Earth. Why are they microscopic? You know? Yeah, it's comics lore and some animated series. Okay, cool. Cool. Good to know. Um, and I'm keeping like so so I'm watching a lot. I'm watching Batman the Animated Series almost every day. I watch at least an episode, maybe like 4 or 5 times a week. Because what I do is I get on the treadmill and I walk at about 3.5 miles per hour for the full length of an episode. And I just got started with Batman the Animated Series. So what I'm hoping to do is because I'm probably not going to do show it with a lot of stuff from the past much longer. I'll probably only do it for new stuff and only occasionally. But what I might end up doing is I may like I've been watching a lot of the first episodes of DC shows, and like I think all of them so far, I'm like, I'm gonna probably make these treadmill shows. So um so like when I do show it, I'll do it when I'm on like the treadmill, and so it'll be me reacting to the episodes with like a pulse check every 5 minutes or so as I'm trying to keep in shape. But like basically the goal at this point is like try to get as many shows in as treadmill shows as possible. So, yeah. Batman the Animated Series is a masterpiece. Oh, you do not have to tell me that. I'm really enjoying my rewatch of that show. I was watching it when it was on as a teenager, and I actually saw an episode yesterday that I had never seen before, or at least that I don't remember. It was called POV, and it's a story from the perspective of three different cops about a gang bust involving Batman. It's like Harvey Bullock, Renee Montoya, and then one of the rookies on the force. And it's their perspective of how the bust went sideways. So I'm glad I'm rewatching Batman the Animated Series because there's a lot of stuff in there that I'm either remembering very fondly or I'm going, wow, I haven't seen that before. So yeah, definitely loving it. So It was Daniel's Hot Topics first introduction to DC and Batman in 1992 when he was 5, and it was a great intro to DC. Not gonna lie, I'm right with you there. Yeah. Oh, this Christmas, it's tradition to watch Christmas with the Joker. It never gets old. Christmas with the Joker? I'm gonna assume I've watched that episode. I just can't remember it. So, um, yeah, I'll probably get to it by Christmas. We'll see. So, but yeah. Okay. This has been a fun stream. I've really enjoyed it. I know that I have my issues with Supergirl as a movie. I do. But chatting with you guys about it and just kind of like, going through the whole experience has been good. I've really enjoyed it. So I I think I'm probably gonna head off soon. Oh, we got another one from Daniel's Hot Topics. His first live action Batman movie he ever saw was Batman Returns. Okay. Saw it at Kmart, did not have any money, and could not buy Batman Returns when he saw it on the shelf at Kmart. I get it. We've all been kids at some point. Got to ask our parents for things. So, um, I mean, technically, I'm pretty sure I saw the Batman movie that had Adam West in it first, but I do remember seeing the 1989 Batman movie. I don't know if I saw it in theaters. I want to say I saw it in theaters, but I don't know if I did. But that was an experience, let me tell you. So so he peeled off the plastic of the VHS and popped it in to one of the VCRs and watched it that way. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, you are pretty lucky you didn't get caught, but that was a power move, my dude. That was a power move. I respect. Respect. I would not have had the balls to do that as a kid. Just so you know. So, like, I would have had to have been hanging out with you, and then you had done that and everything, and I'd just be sitting here like I'd be watching it, but I'd be like, "Oh my God, we're gonna get caught! Oh my God, we're gonna get caught! Oh my God, we're gonna get caught! Ooh, penguin!" Like that's how. Oh, we're gonna get caught! Oh, we're gonna get. Oh, Michelle Pfeiffer in leather! Oh, stuff like that. So. All right, guys. Well, I do have to work tomorrow, and it is midnight over here, so I'm going to get going. Again, thank you guys for hanging out with me for this. I really do appreciate it. Take care. I'm going to head off. Uh, Again, thank you so much for being here. This is Spidey Librarian, and until my next stream or upload, I'll be wishing you a good day. Bye.